Hello everyone, my name is Trương Quốc Tiến, or you can call me Adam. Our team is Team 2 from Mr. Nhật Quang tutorial sessions. Our team including three members, me, Robin, and Jerry. So later on part B of the video, Jerry will show our full name and our SID. So now let's start with the demonstrations of the game. So our name is the Hexagon. So first I will toggle to the option. Now I will lower the music down a little bit because it's quite loud for me. For the player, when they enter the game, they can adjust the music depends on them. Also has a side effect. A sound effect, which is the button you toggle, which is the very funny sound that Robin added right here. So now I will turn on the music for a better demo. So they can choose between window or full screen mode. This depend on the player. Here is the window mode where they can drag with this is window. So now I go back to full screen. Also on the game menu, you can press controls, and right here you can see all the key binding that we set for each action in the game. So in the game, when you run the game, they also have in the menu by pressing escape. But we won't also want to show for the player before entering the game. So now the game starts with just one rust hextile placed in the void, which we'll be using to construct a new realm. So when the player enters the game, they don't know what to do. They can press on the right question mark over here to ask the tutorial. So the tutorial we got them by first one, step one, by press the deck to draw the card, and step two is your hand will hold to 6 cards. Then you can play your city wisely by placing down. So the card will be displayed right here. After you press left click, you draw the card. Also on a tutorial, I also add in the back button and next where you want to go back to your previous step and read it again or see which highlight part it will happen. So on the left here is the which is checking your island's progress to the level up and by level, happiness, and the powers for the game during the game. And the last step, which is to show you to drag a card into the highlight extra to expand your island. Also, you can skip the tutorial for the player that already know how the game works. So now I will demo the drawing card by pressing left click. When you toggle to the deck, the cursor will change. So when you draw the maximum of 6 cards, your hand is full. There will be a warning say you must place a card before drawing another one. So I will try here. Not this one. Right here. You can draw another one. So as you can see here, I tried the river one, where there will be the green area and the red area to distinct where which area you can place or not. The green area represent that you can only place the tiles down adjacent to that tiles, not anywhere else. For example, if I drag and drop right here, it will not allow, and it will go back. The card will go back to our hand. So you must play adjacent to the existing tile right here. Also, if you placing a nature like buildings and hills, mountain, you also press space to rotate to decorate. Depends on your creativity for your island. Uh, Also, if you want to toggle and don't know what this kind of card name, you can press or hover to the objects, and here it will say you it's a mountain card. So also later on, if you almost reach to the happiness and win the game, you can press delete, where you can delete this kind of props and natures or buildings, so you can decorate your building better. Here, I will demo. Press delete, and so we're gone. So next part, Robin will explain you about the level ups and some menu functions.
Thank you, Adam, for giving us this brief introduction into the basic features of our Hexagon game. And now I'm going to show you some extended, more advanced features that Adam hasn't covered yet. For instance, I'm going to show you how our camera works. We can move it to the left, to the right, back, and to the front, but we can also rotate it in both directions, and we can also tilt it. as you can see here. Then we can also set the height of the camera, go up and down, and if we are like somewhere far away from our main island or city, we can reset the camera to the default position like this. Now I'm going to show you how the level and happiness system works and how you can win and lose. For instance, placing down a building increases the happiness by 5%, as you can see. And no matter what you place, you always gain a little bit of experience, which helps you advance in the game and unlock new power-ups. As you can see, I reached level 2 and got 2 power-ups. I also got this warning here because I only increased the happiness by 5% in the last 4 cards, and I need 5 additional percent of happiness in the next 3 cards. This happiness I can increase by placing another building. Let's place this castle. Let's place it here. And as you can see, I reached a 10%. The power-ups help me, for instance, when I have a full hand, I can increase the hand size by 1 with the bigger hand power-up, and now I can hold up to 7 cards. I also have the search deck power-up if I want to... Okay, I first need to place something to have space in my hand, but let's say I search for a card now. Let's say I want to have a house, then I get it, and that's the search deck power-up. And let's place it down, and yeah, if you fail to meet these win conditions, you lose. Okay, I'm going to try to demonstrate this to you. For that I need to place like a lot of different buildings, or not buildings, rather more tiles that don't give any happiness. For instance, the empty tiles. If I proceed to only place those, then the happiness will go to, will not reach the required level, and then it's game over and you have to restart. If you reach happiness of 100%, you win. And if you do, there's still an option for you to play on by going into an endless mode. But I'm not going to show this in the demo because time is running out. And lastly, I want to show you the export and load map function. I just placed down a few things here, so we have something to recognize. And now I'm going to export this current map. I'm just going to name it demo. And now let's say I load up new game, or I want my friend to continue playing this map, and they have like an empty map. I'm just gonna hit the restart button to demonstrate this. Then all they need to do is click load map and select the file that we just exported. It's a JSON file, so you can also easily share it with your friends over WhatsApp or whatever file sharing system you might use, and so you can work on the same map together and play together. As you can see, the import was successful and the map looks exactly the same as the one we've just built. Thank you for listening, and now Joshua is going to show you the pitch and other information.
Okay, thanks for helping Adam demonstrate the gameplay. I'm Joshua, and now I will focus on the pitch and the reflection side of our project. So first, compared with our proposal, the main idea of the game was kit. Like, we want to create a cozy medieval 3D city building game, and with card drawing function and a hex-based placement. And these ideas still here. However, We also make some changes during the development, like we adding the features like happiness, XP progression, levels, power-ups, and the map export load system. Next, the unique selling point. So for the unique selling point, it's our game is a combination of the car driving and 3D hex building. So compared with the traditional city building game, our game is much lighter because we're now focused on the economy system, traffic, or population management. Instead, where the player can build words from the card they receive, so this makes the game more casual and unpredictable. So the fun comes from like you're trying to build from the small area into a big medieval world. Yes. And for the social impact, so many people play game. They are just want to relax, having fun. So our game supports that by like avoiding strong competition and a stressful management system. And so as the player's world becomes bigger and more beautiful, the player can feel achievements and happiness because everything is built with your own hands. And this also connect to the happiness bar in our game. So when the happiness bar increases, which means the player's world also becomes larger. And so the happiness bar is not just about the number. It also reflects on players' progress, like how they're building the world. Yes. And the game is also connects with the environmental harmony, which we write in the proposal. And the player can decide how to arrange the grass, rivers, and trees, buildings. And this encourage players to think about like how nature and building can fit together in a balanced way. Next, for the technical solution, we created a map export and load system, so the player can export their created map as a JSON file, and the file will store the terrain, objects, happiness, levels, and XP that can be shared and loaded again later. In the future, I think the system can develop into a community features like players can upload their map into the communities, and the communities they can vote for like the most creative map or the most beautiful map or something like that. And I think this will make the game more social or give the players a reason to keep improving the world. And next, for the reflection, I think the biggest challenge is that uh, when we trying to create a consistent card art, so since we decide to using AI to generate it, but the result is different every time. So to change this, we have to create a consistent card background first, like you can see here. Here's what we created, and we use more detailed prompts to keep the same style, so the AI can only change the name and the 3D object in the middle. Yeah, here, like here. So overall, I think our project is follow the main idea of our proposal, and also it's not a Sin City style simulation, but we still focus on a smaller and more relaxed experience. And here's our contribution table. Thanks for listening.